Major funding for Jann Scott Live is provided by Peppercorn on the downtown Boulder Mall. By Eads News and Smoke Shop under the clock tower on 28th Street. By the Boulder Army Store on the downtown mall. By El Dorado Natural Spring Water. By Fisher Pontiac. By Susan Melching, Skincare Professionals. By Dinstall's Fine Garage, Honda and Acura. By 1190, the Independent Music Station. By Boulder Weekly, Boulder's County's weekly newspaper. And by Borders Books and Music on the downtown mall. To a celebrate.
Me happy.
Yeah, nice to see you. Merry Christmas. Got the police scanner going tonight. I think we'll just put it on. Oh, we'll put it on channel 1, which is blue. Little blue. Oh, that's Eartha Kitt singing in the background. Did you think I needed a little music to listen to, Gabe? Because I'm listening to Eartha Kitt sing. Oh no, that's okay. We don't need any tonight. So how you doing, Gabe? Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Jen.
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm doing pretty good.
You know, I got the police scanner in here tonight.
That's right, that's right.
Yeah, we're going to listen to Blue Channel, see what criminals are out there creating crime. I'll tell you one group that creates a lot of crime in this town, Gabe, and those are those Sioux students. All their parents are in town for graduation, and it's about time I have a chance now to talk to Mom and Dad. Your kids are a bunch of drunks, and they try to burn our city down, and you ought to kick their ass. And if you're giving them a new car, don't. Right?
That's right.
Shame on them. Yeah, you're here for graduation and you go, oh, you've been such a good boy. I'm sorry, that was a... Hey, So anyways, your kids, this town, this is a town that attracts drunks. We come from alcoholic families to our town, come here, drink, get drunk, and burn the town down. 440-3572 if you think I'm right. Incidentally, tomorrow in the Colorado Daily starts our big promotion campaign for the next 6 months. We've got all kinds of ads running, and the one that reads tomorrow will be, are you sick of... Here you go, Gabe. Tell me if you like this one. Hey, Gabe Lee, ladies and gentlemen, going into the Marine Corps in July, and he's going to Belize for Christmas, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, you going with your girlfriend?
I wish.
What's her name, Mickey? Vicky?
No, that's not her name.
Okay. Whew. All right, are you sick of prayer? This is the ad in tomorrow's Colorado Daily. A big quarter pager right here. That's the one. Are you sick of prairie dog activists, gay rights activists, commie social activists, whining feminazi activists? Are you sick of border book crybaby protesters, drunken college puke rioters, Christian militia wackos, Sioux Regents politics, rude waitresses? When's the last time where the hell was I? I was in the West End bar, and the waitress was so hungover and so fucked up on coke and alcohol, she was a total bitch. Yeah, that's the boys in blue out there protecting our city. They have a new tank, you know, now. Hey, Gabe, did you hear about the new tank?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they have a tank, so when the college kids get drunk and burn couches and try to burn the city down, they go in with the tank and just spray everybody with machine gun bullets. Kill everybody. And then, are you sick of John Bonet's dance routine? And the price of a cup of coffee in this town. What's the cheapest you can get a cup of coffee at? Hey, call me, 440-3572, or if it's not tonight, the 21st, call me on our comment line. I want to know the cheapest place in town to get a cup of coffee. The cheapest we could find was 85 cents. How about you? Gabe, what do you pay for a cup of coffee when you get it?
Shoot, man. You know what? I don't drink very much coffee.
Yeah, that's good. You should. It's not good for you.
It'll stunt my growth.
Anyways, so that's our ad in tomorrow's paper. I'm just giving shit to everybody. Then you're ready for it. Jann Scott Live. Woo! I like it when they light up the roof. Woo! I'd have a little helmet with lights on it, Gabe, you think? I could just walk around town. You know what I mean? Like a bike helmet with like red and blue lights.
That'd be great, Jim.
Huh?
That'd be great.
They just walk around and go, woo! Whoop, whoop! License, registration. And let's see what's going on across the street over there. What are you laughing at?
Oh, shit.
All right, 440-3572. Next question, topic for tonight is the best place to buy a cup of coffee cheapest. Can you find one for less than 85 cents? The other question is, and this really has a lot to do with Christmas, is do any of you have a neighbor that's, say, like a nymphomaniac? How many of you have nymphomaniac neighbors? You know, like a neighbor that just strips in front of the shades. I mean, we know the college girls do that on campus all the time. But a nymphomaniac neighbor. Anybody have a nymphomaniac neighbor? I have one. Lives across the street, and she always comes home around 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, bombed every night, and rips all of her fucking clothes off in the window. And all the guys on my side of the street, you can hear them. They just go, woo! Gabe, you ever seen that?
Yeah, I think I was over one time. We saw that.
No, not at my house.
Oh, I mean, not too much.
Do you ever have, like, any of the girls at Boulder High do that? They leave the, the locker room door open and decide to shower. Door wide open. I don't know if the door's open.
There's a couple girls like
All
that.
right. If you have a nymphomaniac neighbor, 440-3572. Give me a call, 440-3572. A neighbor in the neighborhood that's a nymphomaniac. Just, like a crazy, she could be like 55 years old, big fat old thing, be a complete nympho, where you're out mowing the lawn. Hi! Yeah, you want to come over and mow my lawn? Well, what the fuck? Am I fucking talking to myself or what?
I'm listening, Jen.
Let's see what the hell's going on out there. They're out across the street from the Daily Camera. All right, let's look up in these windows. All right, how you doing? Merry Christmas, everybody. Cup of coffee, less than 85 cents. 440-3572, or 447-1-JAW, if it's not tonight. Then tomorrow, our big ad campaign starts in the Colorado Daily. And now it's time for, it's time for our 2000 Media Awards, Jann's 2001 Media Awards. Every year, Gabe, what? Do I have a call? I didn't hear what you said. I think you have to talk to me in the microphone. What were you saying there, Gabe?
The antenna?
Yeah.
Is that right? Can you move it? Yeah, a little bit to your
You don't like
side. It's right. It's cutting your face right in half, Jann.
Like I care. Does this look like a professional television show to you? Huh?
It's getting there. Nightline, something.
Oh yeah, this is Nightline, all right.
Larry
Yeah.
King Live.
Yeah. 6 out of 12. All right. Anyways, I got my police microphone here tonight. All right. Let's our 2000 Media Awards. Our first one. Let's see. What the hell's the first one, Gabe? Jann's 2000 Media Awards. It's got to be best.
The best newspaper.
Okay, best newspaper. Here it is. Best newspaper in Boulder. Yeah, it's the Colorado Daily. Yeah, 2001. Why the Colorado Daily? Because they're the comeback newspaper. They had an embezzlement of $200,000. The commies took over the ad department. Actually, that's not the case. They had an embezzler take over the business department, and they put in a Republican conservative business manager, and the newspaper is back growing again. It's the turnaround story of the year, the Colorado Daily. Also, Pamela White really just defended Guy Erickson and myself and those of us who fought for freedom of speech here at public access television, CATV. It was the newspaper that, I mean, the other newspapers did us a lot of good, but Pamela White was the one who wrote the definitive story, investigative journalistic story, that made the city council say, just a minute, there's corruption on the CATV board, and they rewrote the contract, they rewrote the bylaws, they rewrote everything. I've been reinstated in full, and you know, for a lot of reasons, but it's the turnaround story of the year. And the Colorado Daily, it's our only independent newspaper in Colorado, and we need this newspaper. Very, very important. Plus, they had the good sense to hire a conservative businessman who's got the ad staff back out there selling, and our hats are off to the Colorado Daily. Best, you know, they won worst newspaper of the year a couple of times in a row. I think in 94, 95, or 90. Do you remember what year it was, Gabe? No, you don't remember. Okay. Shut up. All right. It's back when we did the show from my living room before we did the live one. We gave them worst newspaper. So anyways, there it is, Colorado Daily and Jann's 2001 Media Awards, best newspaper in Boulder, the Colorado Daily. All right. Then what's our next award, Gabe?
That would be Best Radio 2001.
Okay, best radio. That's good. You're sounding good. Best radio station in Boulder is, it's KGNU 88.5. Oh my God, what's happened to Jann? Is he gone commie? No. They are commies over there, but you know, I'll tell you, they do the community a service. And I'll tell you why KGNU wins our award. One is I actually got to go in there for the first time in about 10 years and have coffee. Guy Erickson invited me in. I got free coffee in the place. They wouldn't let me in the door. And for that reason alone, just letting me in. Most radio stations in town throw me the hell out. Hell, KWAB, yeah, you can laugh, Gabe, it's okay. Go ahead, laugh, fine. Maybe one day you'll get thrown out.
No, they're bastards.
Yeah.
They're all bastards.
Right. So Guy gave me some coffee. Marty Derlin actually talked to me over there, and they have the newsman talked to me and helped me out on a few things. But you know, most importantly, KGNU is another independent, a volunteer run, and it is our only community radio station. I mean, certainly KVCO isn't. It's a Clear Channel station. You know, everybody says, oh, Ginger's from Boulder, blah, blah, blah. So what? She doesn't run the place. Where at KGNU, it is a community radio station that serves the needs of this community. Their talk shows, everything that they're doing over there. They're talking about our town and trying to take care of it, and they're very proactive. And yeah, they're leftist, but they're bringing on in some moderate things now. You know, they're kind of softening up, which is good. They're not hardline leftist anymore. And anyways, KGNU, best radio station in Boulder this year, beats out KCVU. All right, KCVU, the university station, won it last year and the year before. But the reason they're not winning it this year is because they are, in my mind, an elitist radio station that serves only the University of Colorado students and their needs. KCVU 1190 does not serve the needs of the city of Boulder. But KGNU truly serves us. They are us. You know, if an atomic bomb goes off tomorrow, will KVCO or, you know, these other stations be on the air? No, but you damn well know that the people who will be down there at KGNU running that radio station, they'll put up a small transmitter and they'll communicate information when we need it. So, anyways, KGNU, unbelievable, best radio station in Boulder this year. Yay! Do you have an applause track game? You can applaud. God, let's see this time. Let's come. 440-3572. Let's put our phone numbers up real quick, Gabe. 440-3572, and there's our, if you want to talk tonight on the 21st, we're doing our media awards, and the comment line is 4471-JAW if it's an off day and you want to comment on any of our awards so far. Best newspaper, Colorado Daily. Best radio station, KGNU. What's the next one there, Gabe?
That would be best TV station manager.
Best TV station. Okay, here we go. The best TV station manager, yeah, and that's in Denver and Boulder, including channel 7, 9, 4, 2, 31, and 20. Happens to be right here in Boulder at this TV station. Andy Berge wins it, yeah. Turned this place around in about 4 short months, from October when they named him general manager, and it's actually called the executive director, but he's the guy that runs the place. Turned the station around inside of about 2 weeks. Put our live show back on, apologized personally to me for the board's behavior and how I was treated, reinstated me and everything, put us back on the same policies that we were. And he made amends with Donna Merrick. He's tried to with Guy Erickson. He's just, the place, the staff is friendly. The people are nice here now. There's nobody, there's no hostility. This is the kind of place, if you wanted to do a talk show and you've heard bad things about this place, now's the time, and take it from me, to come down here, talk to Andy, and get your own show going, because the place is very cool. Andy Berge wins it. He put up with a lot of crap from all sides and seemed to steer a center course and got this place back to being a public access facility. And over Roger Ogden or any of those guys down in Denver, Andy Berge is the best general manager in radio or television. He took an impossible situation and in a few short months turned it around, appeased the city, appeased the board, appeased the producers, and got a staff that was a response. Don't you think so, Gabe? What do you think? Am I wrong on this or right?
Oh, no, I totally agree with you. I think Andrew Berge, he's done a lot for this, and without him, you're right, we would be kind of screwed.
Good guy. Also, Gabe, if you just keep feeding him beer and keep him drunk all the time, you pretty much can get anything you want out of him. Okay. All right, let's move on. What's our next award? It's Jann's 2001 Media Awards. The only media awards.
That would be the best director, talk show
Best director, all right, here he is. Best director, best teenage television director. Well, it's our own Gabe Lee.
Oh.
Yeah, not in jail. Congratulations,
I'd
Gabe.
like to thank my mother. And this is a surprise. I love you. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome, Gabe. Don't let it go to you. Gabe, you don't have to have a picture of yourself. Yeah, you want? Go ahead. What is it? You want something? They're calling me. Calling me at the police station. You don't happen to have a picture of yourself there, do you, Gabe?
Let me find one really quick, Jen.
Yeah. It's our Gabe Lee, ladies and
We had
gentlemen.
the RP give a call back. She said she's in the 900 block of Walnut and just in an open parking lot.
Uh-oh. What the hell's going on over there?
There you go, Jen.
Oh, there he is. That's our director right there. That's he has a fairly desperate look on his face in that particular. I don't know.
I've just woken up.
Hey. And we're listening to the scanner tonight. Hell, we're not doing anything, just sitting around here doing nothing, drinking a little Eldorado Natural Springs water. And it's our 2001 Media Awards. Call me right here on the Jaw line, 447-1-JAW if it's not Christmas. What do you think of the show so far? Or 447-1-JAW or 440-3572. Here on Jann Scott Live is the name of the show. I, of course, am Jann Scott. All right, Gabe, what's our next award?
Jann?
Yeah,
that
Gabe.
would be the best talk show host.
Best talk show host. Oh, what? Who did we give that to?
Let's see. Oh my God, it's you.
No.
It's you, Jann.
No,
Congratulations.
No, I couldn't have. No. Oh, it's me. It's me.
On behalf of our show, I'd like to present this award to Jann Scott. We have a caller.
Hey, caller, hi, you're on the air. What?
Can I see the picture of your 64-pound cat?
I can't quite hear what he said there. What's that now?
Can I see the picture of your cat?
Oh, the cat, yeah, sure thing.
All right.
My 168 pound cat, butter cheeseburger ball.
Yeah.
There he is. Meow! I love you, baby. Thank you. He just hung up.
Huh.
Right.
Bastard. Hold on.
Meow! Kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, it's my kitty, and I'll cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. All right, that's that cat. Meow! All right, best talk show host in Boulder. Who is it? Best talk show host in Boulder. It's me. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right. Now, moving on in our 2001 Media Awards. Jan's 2, what's the next one there, Gabe? Try to do one of your radio voices. I always like those.
Jann Scott, the next, that would be the worst newspaper, 2001 Jann Scott Media Awards.
No, we didn't do worst newspaper, did we?
I think we did.
Uh-oh. You're starting to sound like Shane, you know that? Yeah.
Shane's a good guy.
I know, but you got that same, he has that same kind of voice.
All
All right, let's see it.
The voice.
Worst, let's get Shane to call in. There it is. Worst newspaper in Boulder for endorsing George W. is the Boulder Daily Cramya, C-R-A-Y-M-Y-A. How could they have done that? What shame on them. They did a lot of good work, but they just, it's like, you know, it's like attacking the battlefield, marching down the field, getting to the end, you're ready to put your flag up on the mountain, and you take your M16 and you shoot yourself in the head. Oh, fuck, I was so used to killing people, I didn't have anybody else. I thought I'd kill myself. The Daily Camera, worst newspaper in Boulder. It won our best newspaper award, but this is unforgivable. They just pissed off everybody in town. Shame, shame, shame on them. Bunch of
Bastards.
yeah, you know. Here's the new book out on George W. It's called Fortunate Son, George W. Bush. Do we have a close-up from any place?
Not exactly. You can try.
Huh?
Try camera 3.
Hey, which one's that, Gabe?
The one that's to your left.
Where am I? I'm on this one over here, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the one.
I have an idea. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Hey, Gabe, could you just talk to the folks for a while?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe just talk about me. I'll just jump.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment of your time, please. Jann Scott has been awarded the best talk show host of 2001. He'd appreciate your comments and suggestions on how he can further, improve the quality of this station. Please, Kellen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I'm Gabe Lee.
Gabe, listen. Please. Here's the George W. book. Right here. Can you see it? Huh? Don't worry, just put it on there. Let's see, here it is, yeah. Here's the George W. book right here. Fortunate Son. You ought to read this thing. Oh my God, have you seen it? It's a rare book that the Bush family tried to get it pulled, and we have a copy of it. It's called George W., Our Favorite Son, The Making of an American President, right here. All right? Okay. Anyways. Boulder Daily Camera, worst newspaper in Boulder for... Yeah. Naming George W., endorsing George W. Oh, man, forget about it. You can call me about that, too, 440-3572. All right, Gabe, what's our next award? Jann's 2001 Media Awards.
Jann's 2001 Media Awards. Worst radio.
Worst radio station in Boulder. Yeah, for the third year in a row. Yeah, there it is. It's KWAB, RadioForChange.com, Worthless Assets Broadcasting. Bob Greenlee calls them Wasted Assets Broadcasting. 3 years in a row. Last year we gave him the award, and I challenged two bitches that worked there for a boxing match, you know?
I remember.
And they called Bobby Carlton, the bulldyke that ran the place back then. She was so offended. Oh my God! How could you do that? Well, it's easy. I said, I'll box with them, tie my left hand behind my back, Gabe, okay? Jump in the police department boxing ring. They were so offended. The guy, Chuck Montine, whatever his name is, that bag calls up and he says, hey! You can't do that! He's challenging our girls to a boxing match. And you know what Bobby Carlton did, right?
Oh my God, no!
She had a major fit. She just started ripping her flannel shirt off. Started flexing her muscles. Oh, I'm gonna kill him! Yeah! Go on, yeah! So, that was in 1999, and we wanted to just especially thank Chuck Lontine and the people over at KWAB for fucking with me and fucking up my life. And for the third goddamn year in a row, up yours, K-Wob! I mean, it's a radio station that nobody listens to. None of their people are from here. They all moved here from someplace else. Not one person is a Boulderite. None of them know anything about this town. And they sit back there. They beg for calls all night long, unlike me. And they are so clueless. It's like they're out there selling it. What, you're laughing. Go ahead. Am I amusing you?
Yeah.
So, third year in a row, worst possible radio station. A total waste of money. They put millions of dollars in, hired all out-of-towners, and they sit there and just, like, dribble. Don't listen to it. If you have, it's, and it just endlessly go on with progressive. I mean, they are worse than KGNU was ever in their worst possible days. So that's it, worst radio station in Boulder. What else, Gabe? 440-3572 if you agree or disagree, whatever. Also, of course, we should have given the Boulder Police Department Blue Channel a rating. This is a pretty good channel to listen to. What's our next award, Gabe?
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
Oh, we
Jan.
are not.
Crap, hold on.
No, we're not.
I'm bugging
We
you.
are.
Ah, shit.
Oh, really? Did the Trinity freeze up?
Yeah, that's right.
Have you noticed that I'm...
Motherfucker, shut up.
Yeah, this is majorly... Maybe Shane, if he's watching. You.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go fix it. Hold on.
I kind of like it. Just leave it there. Hey.
Horrible.
Huh? No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Hey, it can. You can call me here 440-3572. I think we can take your calls. Meow. Anyway, so that's KWAB, worst radio station in Boulder. They just sent some kind of microwave shock down. See? Yeah. Anyways, how you doing? Also, Lee Hill's supposed to be here tonight, and we'll see if he shows up. if you're wondering what's happened and why things are this way, it's because we have the new fish aquarium here at KWA at Channel 54. And I'm doing the show tonight from the Shark Tank. Yeah, baby.
Hey, Jan.
Hey, Gabe.
We're going to have to reboot the Trinity, and it's going to be about
30 to 60 seconds
ab-
of audio.
about a minute, and they should still be able to hear you.
Okay.
So if you want to just let them know, and
All right, I will. And I don't suppose we could put my phone number up, huh? Okay, let's reboot the Trinity. KWAB evidently sent some kind of signal down the line here, and this used to be a fish tank where I am now, folks. All these bubbles that you see, and we're about to go black. Oh, isn't that nice? So anyways, that's the problem. 440-3572, we can take your phone calls, even though... Hey, Gabe, I got an idea. Why don't you put our record tape on pause? Yeah, hey, Gabe, put our record tape on pause, okay, buddy? Then, would you do that for me, Shane? Oh, there we are, we're back. Meow. Okay, that's fine. 440-3572 is the talk line. We'll take your calls. We're working on our media awards tonight, and oh, we're back. We are completely rebooted. Listening to the scanner and our media awards for the year 2001. Hey Shane, did you notice that your voice is a lot like Gabe's? Where is he? Let's put him on the air. Just say, and now Jann Scott.
And now back to Jann Scott tonight.
Now, is that Shane or Gabe?
that was Shane.
And now back to Jann Scott Live.
All right.
I like mine better.
All right,
Got nothing.
Hey Gabe, what's it sound like? Does it sound like we have feedback? Because I'm talking into a bottle. Oh, hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Could you mind, why don't you put up the phone number if people want to call us?
All right, hold on. Hey, Shane.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm just sitting here listening to the police scanner. We're listening to Blue, the Boulder Police Department channel, and taking your calls at 447-1JAW or 440-3572. All right. Now, where the heck were we? Our 2001 Media Awards, KWAB has won the worst radio station in Boulder Awards. So let's recap everything. Let's go right up to KWAB. Let's show the first one, okay, Gabe? The first one was Best Newspaper, right?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, let's see it. Put it up there. Best Newspaper was the Colorado Daily for their comeback, okay? The next one is Best Radio Station in Boulder, KGNU, because they're the only community radio station and they're doing a good job taking care of the community. Jann's 2001 Media Awards. The next one is
Best TV Station General Manager.
General Manager. That's right, Andy Berge. A turnaround job here at Channel 54. Better job than anybody in the business this year. He did it. Okay, the next award is Best Director. Teenage director not in jail. That's our own
I'd
Gabe
like to
Lee.
thank my mom.
Shut up.
I love you.
Shut up! I just fucking hate it when people get emotional at these things. And finally, the best talk show host in Boulder was me.
Don't get emotional.
No, I won't. I'm
Don't
not
get
gonna-
emotional.
I promise. I won't. All right. And finally, what's the next one?
The worst newspaper.
Worst newspaper in Boulder was the Boulder Daily Cramia for endorsing George W. Bush. Then worst, what is it? What's the next one?
Worst radio station.
Worst radio station, KWAB, those wusses. All right, now the next one, come on in, Lee, have a chair. The next award is Worst Talk Show Host in Boulder. It goes to, there it is, it's Glenn Galich, Worst Talk Show Host in Boulder. on KWAB, Worthless Assets Broadcasting. This guy sits in the morning, every single morning, and all he ever talks about is the election, and he says the same thing over and over and over again, and nobody ever calls and nobody ever listens. He is he's better than he was last year, but he is still terrible. And not even from Boulder, never talks about anything of interest in Boulder. And absolutely, he wins our worst he beat Peter Boyles, Mike Rosen, he beat everybody. This guy is so boring, if you listen to him when you're going to work, you'll crash your car. What? How you doing? Yeah, you will crash your car. You'll crash your car. You'll drive your car right into right into the car in front of you. You cannot listen to this guy. This will put you straight to sleep. Okay. So Glenn Galich, worst talk show host in Boulder. Actually, you want to listen to somebody really good, you listen to me. Or if you want to listen to somebody else who's good, you listen to Rob Smoke over on KGNU. He's doing good. Guy Erickson's doing some news. Smoke's doing great. He's a total news guy, a very Boulder guy. I mean, Galich and the rest of the people over there are terrible. Laura Anders or Sanders, and the other people, that guy that's on in the afternoon. Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. So K-Wob wins 2 terrible awards, and Glenn Galich wins our worst talk show host. You fucking deserve it. You guys suck. You suck. Gabe, have you ever listened to him?
Briefly a little while ago, but
Put that back up. He sucks,
crap.
Gabe. Gabe, who's your favorite person in the morning? Don't you listen to Frosty and Chicken or whatever that is?
Jamie, Frosty, and Frank.
Yeah.
No,
They're on in the morning, right?
not anymore.
Why not?
I guess they got replaced by some people, but no, right now I listen to,
Who do you listen to?
let's see.
320.
Shoot, it was Jamie and Danny on, let's see, Mix.
Oh, yeah, Danny
or,
Bonaducci, whatever.
and Alice, I think it was.
Right.
But,
So that's it, Gabe. Do we have any other awards?
oh, yeah, I think there was.
What is it?
Best director. I'd like to thank my mom.
Okay, that's it for our awards. So we run through them one more time. We'll work backwards, okay?
All right.
Worst talk show host in Boulder, Glenn Galich on KWAB. Glenn, you're so boring. Please stop. And if you don't start talking about Boulder, move the hell out of here. Go someplace else. Take that rest of the radio station with you, because that is not a Boulder radio station. That radio station is from fucking Mars. I don't know where they're from. Working backwards, worst radio station in Boulder is KWAB for reasons we've already said. Worst newspaper, Boulder Daily Camera, for endorsing George Bush. Best talk show host is me, of course, right? Me. Best teenage director not in jail on television, our own Gabe Lee, of course. Yeah, Gabe! Woo!
I'd like to thank my mom.
Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, Gabe, that's enough. What was the other one? What is the other one working backwards? Best TV station general manager, Andy Berge, who runs the station, turning the place around. Best radio station?
Radio.
Yeah, KGNU. They win our award. Good job. Yeah, good book. And best newspaper, Colorado Daily. Incidentally, joining us, that's it for that. Let's put our live phone number up. Joining us right now, our annual or weekly visit. Woo! Just put that up a little higher there, Lee. Bring it all the way up. I think you're sitting on it. Lee Hill joins us. Boulder, California attorney, a former district attorney in federal, and prosecutor. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Here to talk about Leonard Peltier is in prison in Leavenworth, in the state of Leavenworth.
Kansas.
Kansas, right.
Kansas, yeah. Leavenworth,
President Clinton
fantastic
is
town.
up to give him let me just set this up. Clemency hearing. FBI agents have been marching into President Clinton's office saying, do not give this guy clemency. I read the report. I've talked to you at great length. Let's tell us the story from the beginning, who Leonard Peltier is and why is he in prison and why does he deserve clemency? And what did he do? Let's set everything up. Go back to 1973.
Well, in 1973, there was the occupation of Wounded Knee in South Dakota to commemorate the massacre that occurred at Wounded Knee in the 1800s. It was led by Russell Means, and it was really one of the premier events of the nascent American Indian movement, a movement that was founded to promote Indian pride and a return of Indian identity, combating the federal policies of assimilation and basically the destruction of Indian peoples and Indian culture. Cultural genocide is what AIM was founded to oppose, and also AIM was founded to promote the United States fulfillment of treaty responsibilities that it entered into with various Indian nations. Moving on up to 1975, the reservation area of Pine Ridge was in a state of near civil war, where you saw traditional Indians versus the what we pejoratively refer to as the hang-around-the-fort Indians. Indians who were very eager to go along with the Bureau of Indian Affairs and other Bureau of Land Management and other federal government programs. The Tribal Council Director, President Dickey Wilson, was taking a lot of money from the FBI and other federal organizations, and he founded what he himself termed a goon squad, which stood for Guardians of the Oglala Nation. Oglala referring to the band of Lakota Sioux Indians who primarily occupy Pine Ridge Reservation. That area was...
Does our two-shot work there, Gabe?
No, the camera's screwed up, Jan.
That area was riddled with drive-by shootings and other acts of terrorist acts against the traditionals who were creating a problem for the hang-around-the-fort Indians and the Dickey Wilson administration. The FBI was involved. There were a lot of interests in exploiting mineral and uranium resources on Pine Ridge Reservation. All of this material gets fairly complex and is neatly outlined in a book by Peter Matheson entitled In the Spirit of Crazy Horse. There's also a quicker introduction to that topic in the Robert Redford-produced documentary Incident at Oglala, available at any video rental store, directed by Michael Apted. What happened on June 25th is there was an AIM encampment located at the Jumping Bull portion of Pine Ridge near Oglala. One unmarked FBI car followed a van or a pickup truck, and the reports varied, onto the Jumping Bull compound, which was the AIM camp. And two plainclothes FBI agents got out and confronted an Indian man, and a shootout occurred. Now the AIMsters, the AIM people up on the top of the hill, didn't know what was going on, but they knew that they were in an area where shootings were common, and where they were prepared to defend the traditional Indians who had been subjected to drive-by shootings, car bombings, arson, terrible attacks designed to intimidate them to comply with tribal President Dickey Wilson's agenda. So they began returning fire, and a gunfight ensued in which both FBI agents were killed and an Indian man named Joe Kilswright Stunts was killed. Well, uncannily and almost immediately, hundreds of federal agents surrounded the compound, which of course in retrospect suggests that the FBI agents going onto the compound was just a pretext or a provocation to roust the AIM camp to find out who was there and what was going on, because they were prepared with backup. They surround the place, and despite hundreds of federal agents and goons and tribal policemen, slightly over 30 AIM members were able to escape. And they remained at large for a while. Eventually, evidence pointed to several people as having likely been involved or having traceable evidence to the shootout itself. Two of them were arrested. The third one, Leonard Peltier, had escaped across the Canadian border. He was eventually arrested in British Columbia, where he fought extradition back into the United States. Okay, Leonard is in British Columbia. I'm there too. just a coincidence. This is in 1976. His two co-defendants go to trial, and they are found not guilty by reasons of self-defense.
Were you at Wounded Knee?
No, I was not.
You were not.
Would have liked to have been there.
But
I
you
wasn't.
are half Native American Indian, and at the time you said you happened to be in British Columbia too. Were you in the military then, or is that when you were?
I wasn't in the military, and I'm not quite half, but I'm mixed blood. I'm about a third Choctaw, and the rest of me is French. And
also, you are an attorney for Leonard Peltier.
That's right. No,
You are part of his defense team.
Yeah, but let me explain.
Okay, go ahead. I just wanted to find out what you were doing there. All right.
I'm going to qualify that context in a minute, very briefly. In order to get Leonard brought back across the border, because the Canadian government didn't want to release him, the FBI isolated a known paranoid schizophrenic woman named Myrtle Poorbear and coerced her into signing 3 different affidavits, all of which contradicted each other.
Right.
Okay? It was on the basis of one of those affidavits that they brought Leonard back. Later, she recanted that affidavit. The FBI never, the federal government, the U.S. Attorney's Office never introduced her as a witness at the trial of Leonard Peltier, even though in her affidavit she said that she saw him shoot the agents. The fact was she had never even met Leonard Peltier. They knew this was a lie, and they presented a false document knowingly to the Canadian government in order to trick them into extraditing.
Was he in the car of the shootout with the
Leonard has always said he was up on a hill, and he's always admitted that he was exchanging fire. A lot of other people were too. And that's exactly what his co-defendants said. And that was deemed to be reasonable under the circumstances. Of course, that original jury reviewed a great deal of evidence that was excluded from Leonard's trial, because what happened after they lost the case against Bob Robidoux and Dino Butler, the federal government changed its theory of attack. And instead of arguing aiding and abetting, or just generally unlawful behavior leading to the deaths of the FBI agents, Lynn Crooks, aptly named U.S. attorney who made the closing argument at Leonard's trial, told the jury that Leonard walked up to the agents and killed them in cold blood at close range. Flash forward, roughly 3 years ago at Leonard's parole hearing, that same Assistant U.S. Attorney Lynn Crooks stood before the Federal Parole Commission appointed board reviewing Leonard's chance for parole and told them, we don't know who killed those agents. And that was the real status of the case even then in 1976 when Leonard stood trial again.
Lee Hill is with us, a Boulder attorney practicing out of California right now, part of the Leonard Peltier defense team. President Clinton is due to offer clemency to Leonard Peltier. FBI agents are marching by the twos to the president's office saying, don't let this cop killer out of jail. And you are saying that he is the only Indian arrested and put in jail for the shootout at
Pine Ridge. It left one Indian man dead and 2 FBI agents dead. Now, they've never investigated the death of the Indian man.
He's the Indian in jail to pay evens the score.
Well,
they got to put somebody in jail.
You know, I've always expressed it this way. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police always get their man, and the FBI always gets a man. And Leonard Peltier was the only man left they had. And so what we know, and we don't know this from the books that have been written by people who support Leonard, we know this from the appellate record because he's brought his case to appeal. And I believe it's the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals denied him a new trial, but the judge who wrote the opinion denying him the new trial regretted denying it and outlined in his written opinion that people can read a long list of federal misconduct, falsification of evidence, concealment of exculpatory evidence, deliberately misleading the jury, suborning perjury and presenting perjured testimony among others.
You would know this, you were a federal prosecutor yourself.
Exactly, and in fact,
federal court,
exactly, and I came to this case, I was recruited actually. They knew I'd been a naval intelligence officer, they knew that I'd been a federal prosecutor, they knew I was mixed blood Indian, and Leonard Peltier called me one day, and he said, I want you to consider working for me. And the reason he wanted me to work for him is because he first asserted very affirmatively his evidence, and he asked me, he said, you read the record and tell me what you think. You make up your own mind. That's what I did.
440-3572 is the talk line.
Go ahead.
No, 440-3572, the talk line. Lee Hill is with us. Do we put Lee's name up there, Gabe, and a little one shot of Lee? Let's have a close-up of Lee. There he is. Lee Hill, Leonard Peltier, due to receive clemency. What do you think? Should he get it or not? Should he get clemency or not? President Clinton, are you in favor? Call us 440-3572 or 447-1-JAW. Tell me about the murder weapon.
Okay, they found a partly burned AR-15, if I remember correctly, or an AR-16. They tried to connect it to Leonard through eyewitness testimony from a young man, a young Navajo boy that they intimidated. It's always questionable whether it was Leonard's gun or not. And then they produced a shell casing that they said came directly from that gun that they connected to Leonard Peltier, which they correlated through ballistics testing to one of the bullets that killed one of the FBI agents. The fact is that those test results were falsified. Now that later came out through Freedom of Information Act requests and other discovery, but that was after the jury conviction had already occurred. Now that's one of the items that's listed in the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals decision denying him a new trial. That same judge who wrote the majority opinion supports Leonard's release on either a commutation of his sentence or clemency. So do over 55 members of Congress, including Senator Daniel Inouye, and many world leaders. Now Leonard, I will have to tell you, I've traveled somewhat around the world. He's very well known in other countries. And one of the reasons he's so well known is because frequently the United States represents itself as sort of the world cop for human rights.
I want to go back to the gun.
Yes.
Was the gun actually Leonard's gun that they found?
You know, I don't think anyone knows for sure. I mean, Leonard has always admitted he had a gun, but we don't know if that's his gun.
What's the story of the gun being found in Missouri?
The gun was being transported in a car with other people, and the car blew up on the road. And when the car blew up on the road, they recovered a gun, and magically they connected it to Leonard Peltier, and then they connected this shell casing to that gun. Well, the fact is, the shell casing does not match that gun.
Is he the only one in prison for the 1973 Wounded Knee fight with the FBI?
1975 shootout with the FBI at Pine Ridge. He's the only one convicted, and he was wrongly convicted, and the appellate record reflects that.
And he's the only one in prison.
Yes,
It's
and
going
so
to be hard for President Clinton to give clemency to a convicted cop killer.
yeah, but let me tell you, it was a dirty conviction, and that was one of the things that really compelled me when I read it. I read it, and before I went and visited Leonard for the first time with his trial lawyer, Bruce Ellison, I read it, and I concluded that based upon the Constitution and based upon every principle of law enforcement that I've been trained to uphold and enforce, even if he had been guilty, he should not have been convicted. Then, as I grew to learn more about Leonard and deal with him directly, and I've dealt with a lot of the criminal element, I'm pretty cynical. I've been a prosecutor. I'm more prosecuting-oriented. You look him in the eye, and you hear what he has to say, and you review the evidence that they used to convict him, and the compelling evidence was false anyway. And you see that the man did not kill those agents. As the government itself now admits, they do not know who killed those agents. And moreover, the whole context of the shootout was deemed to be reasonable under the Civil War-like circumstances that Pine Ridge was dealing with at the time. So his two co-defendants were found not guilty by reasons of self-defense in a separate trial.
Interestingly enough, in today's paper, the Daily Camera, which won our worst newspaper award in Boulder, now Ruby Ridge is back in the press, and there's another court hearing concerning who? The FBI.
Oh, yeah.
The FBI who sharpshooted Randy Weaver's wife.
Well, I'll tell you, Ruby Ridge is Pine Ridge several years later. And it takes, the killing of a white racist cracker to get the nation's attention and awareness and to open their eyes that the FBI might be willing to overstep their charter. Okay? When it's an Indian dude like Leonard, the nation turned its eyes away and largely ignored him. But foreign countries don't ignore him because it's an example of the United States government being inconsistent with its own stated policy and values, because they're keeping an innocent man in prison for nearly 25 years. He
Lee,
should
we're
be
running
released.
short on time.
Yes.
We've got 3 or 4 minutes left.
Yes.
But what should people are watching the show tonight? Lee Hill, attorney. You can talk right to this camera. What should
Right.
people do?
Okay, first of all, don't take my word for it, inform yourselves, but inform yourselves quickly because time is very limited. Ask questions, review the court records, contact the Leonard Peltier Defense Committee. They are listed in Lawrence, Kansas. They are on the internet, very informative internet
Can we
websites.
call the White House? Call the White House, right?
After you make up your mind, and if you feel that the right thing to do in order to heal this tremendous injustice, not just against Indian people, this is not just an Indian concern. This is a concern for any citizen who doesn't want to live in a secret police state where, who guards the guards? Ask yourself that question. We do. We, the general public. We, the political electorate.
Yeah.
And we need to encourage and provide President Clinton with the confidence of popular support for him to make a decision he's wanted to make for years and years, which is to release Leonard Peltier, who was wrongly incarcerated. And you can do that by emailing the White House, calling the White House, writing the White House. Also, your congresspeople. But do it quickly, please, because he's almost out of office, and then it'll be too late.
Gabe. Hello.
There are lots of other things that people can do too, but mainly, make noise, don't sit back.
Listen, let me just say this,
Okay.
because we're running short on time.
Yeah.
You need to do this, and you need to call the White House or fax the White House or email them. What Clinton needs, Leonard Peltier needs to be, he needs clemency on this. If anybody needs it, he needs it. I've read quite a bit of the case. In fact, there's a young woman in Boulder who, after interviewing Lee last February about Peltier, if you remember that particular show, I sat down and read some of the case file around him. I mean, this is the FBI so goddamn out of line that this thing needs to be turned over. Generally speaking, I'm a law enforcement kind of guy. I support the FBI, I support ATF, I support the Boulder Police Department when nobody else does, and when they screw up, I'm the guy that kicks the crap out of them. And if you watched last week's show, I mean, we took Mark Beckner to the mat and beat his head in. And, and this is a time when the FBI has made a gigantic mistake. They're corrupt in this case. And
they need to admit it. It's critical for public needs to have confidence in its law
President
enforcement
Clinton doesn't
body.
exactly have a wonderful, warm relationship with the FBI as it is right now. I mean, they hate his guts, don't they?
Well, yeah. And so what we need to do, what we see and what really terrifies me is when the FBI armed marches on the White House and when they take out full-page ads of disinformation, distorting the trial record.
You can roll the credits there anytime, Gabe. We're almost out of time. If it cuts us off, hey, Merry Christmas to everybody. We love you. I won't be back, for 3 weeks. We're going down to the Keys. We're doing a show down there. Gabe's going to Belize, doing a program there. We'll have stuff to you, and somewhere around the 11th of January, we'll come back with the live show. But lots of tape shows, and don't miss our New Year's special. Our New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and our Christmas special. Christmas night at 10 o'clock and New Year's Eve night. Lee Hill, attorney, wonderful having you here.
Thank you very much.
As always, free Leonard Peltier.
Free Leonard Peltier.
Right yeah.
Truth will set him free.
First, it'll piss a lot of people off.
That's right.
This is his only shot. George W. will never let him out.